This is Dale Jr., and you're listening to Dirty Mo Radio.
I love you, Mom.
She's one of the most influential women in NASCAR.
I love my mom.
My sister Kelley always has my back.
I couldn't be prouder of my daughter.
I love my wife, Kelley. She's my best friend.
Welcome to the first episode of Fastlane Family. I'm so excited. I am starting off the year with none other than Samantha Busch, who is the wife to our current Sprint Cup champion, Kyle Busch, which is why I wanted to have her on and talk about all the great things that have happened to you guys over the last several months. Of course, she does have an identity of her own. She's a mom to Brexton since we last talked last April. Fitness guru, fashion enthusiast, model, blogger, you name it. And she has it going on. So I'm so happy to have you back in studio. I appreciate you coming.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be back.
Me too. We're going to try to pack a lot of information in just to a few minutes. So I thought we'd start just wrapping up on 2015, probably the craziest year in your life, right?
By far. I could have never imagined what 2015 held for us. It was the low of the lows and the highest of the highs, and it was an awesome way to end.
You guys, obviously, had the issue with Kyle's accident in Daytona. When we talked in April, we talked a lot about how all that went and taking care of him and Brexton being due, it was about a month away, I guess. And so a mom now, Brexton's touching on his first birthday coming up soon. Couple months.
Yeah, it was crazy. So Kyle went back racing May 16th. Brexton was born May 18th. And we have not stopped since. But yeah, we just started ordering stuff for his first birthday party. We're having a superhero theme party.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So I was crying during it because I can't believe he's already almost one.
It passes fast. We were just talking, my 4-year-old's upstairs, and it just gets away from you. You guys at KBM also won the truck championship. That had to mean a lot, your first driver championship. You've been a 4-time owner champ. That
was actually huge, and Kyle was so excited that he won the championship, but then that meant he couldn't actually be there with Eric, so I went on behalf of KBM, and Eric was just so excited to give us his first driver championship, and it was great. And he's on to Joe Gibbs Racing, and he's gonna do awesome this year too. He's like a mini Kyle.
Yeah, exactly. So I ran into you down at the banquet, and you were handling everything on your own there, girl. Were you nervous?
Having an hour,
right?
Well, I had an hour's sleep on board. After photos lasted till about 2 a.m. out on the track, and then we all went back to Adam Stevenson's bus with the team, and we were there till about 5 in the morning or so, and got up at 7 and drove to the banquet. So I think it was a lack of sleep and a little wine. I was doing good.
You did great. You did great. You looked beautiful. Your dresses for both the championship at the Truck Series and the Sprint Cup championship.
Thanks.
I wanted to ask you, how do you go about finding a dress like that?
The truck one was very last minute. There was just so much going on with, is Kyle going to be the champion, getting our family down there. Obviously, having a little one, there's no time for anything. So I just got that one offline real quick, and thank gosh it fit. And then for the banquet one, I found them on Instagram. So that was kind of fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I hope that changes for us this year with the chase format. They surely can't have the banquet the next day, right?
I know.
None of us will be prepared.
That's what I was wondering, too. I'm like, how are they going to do that now?
There's no way we can't go to the race with knowing that there's what's it going to be in our series, 4 drivers or 3 drivers that 4, I think.
I think it's 4.
Yeah, that have a chance.
Well,
no way
I
we
think
can do
it
that.
was Junior who suggested that we need to go to the Hall of Fame here in Charlotte.
I'm game.
Kyle and I were all on board.
Yes,
We're like, let's get home. Let's be in Charlotte where we're from.
Me too.
All
And I
love
don't
that.
mind even doing that in January.
No. Give us a
Be
few
fine with me.
days. Yeah, because you're so tired, and it's like you just need a week to kind of breathe.
And the holidays come. I recall you were in the midst of a huge Thanksgiving dinner for your family within the week of the banquet.
Yep,
you had one day to prepare for that.
Yeah, we literally turned around. My mom and dad, thank gosh, did all the shopping.
Oh my gosh.
And we cooked and everything, and then we packed up and left again for 10 days. So it was pretty crazy.
Whirlwind.
Yes, it was.
Big deal. So on the Truck Series, you guys have 3 full-time teams. Is that right this year?
Yes.
You got 4 drivers across the board.
Yes, we do.
3, almost all rookies. I won't consider Daniel Suarez a rookie. Still there, but
oh gosh, and they were all teams were good last week. William was running second. Bell and Suarez Bell accidentally wrecked Suarez last weekend, but he was second, and then Bell was leading. He was gonna win, and then he blew a tire. But I think all the guys there, they've got great potential, and obviously they have Kyle as their leader. So
yeah,
it's going to be another good year.
Yeah, we trained William up for you a little bit there. So such a great kid and family. So we really like the Byrons.
They are
Pulling for him.
So far, we've wrecked everything we brought to the track this year.
I know. We've paid attention, but I wasn't going to bring that up.
Yeah, Kyle and I were like, oh, okay, just got to get better.
What's your realistic expectation for KBM with the rookie drivers?
Truthfully, I mean, I think that they could each win one race, if not more, and I don't see why they couldn't be there at the end.
Yeah, with the chase format, it definitely gives even the rookie guys a lot better chance and in great equipment.
Yeah,
obviously.
And they all have a lot of raw talent, and I think that they work together well. The crew chiefs are really great with them, and then they all call Kyle for advice, regularly. So I think there's no reason why they can't compete with the veterans of the series.
Yeah, that's a great relationship. That's awesome to have. Let's talk a little bit. I wanted to talk a little bit about parenting, and Kyle is actually with us, so he may shake his head. This is going to be funny. So a few things about parenting, just because we haven't talked mom stuff because you weren't a mom yet when we talked last. In our household, discipline is like a really hot topic, and I know Brexton's a little young. Did y'all talk about this earlier, and what your strategy was going to be?
I'm the pushover.
I'm the pushover too.
I'm the pushover. It's all got to be Kyle.
So you need to go see your dad for this one, right? It's hard, isn't it?
It is, because, he's just so darn cute. Even now, I'm like, I can't yell at you. You're so cute. This weekend, he was eating dog food and playing in the toilet. And instead of yelling at him, I was like taking videos of it.
I have that problem too. And Wyatt has 2 older siblings. And so,
oh, yeah. Kyle's telling me. So, of course, I wasn't videoing him eating the dog food. I was videoing him, taking all the toilet paper and messing with that. But I found a piece of dog food in his mouth. And so I tried to pry it out, and he's yelling and clamped his mouth shut. And I finally got it out. And so I'm cleaning up something because he knocked over all the dog bowl in the water. And I go look in the corner, and he has his back to me, and he turns around, and he's got like these cheeks, and I'm like, did you hide dog food? And he like literally had clamped it in his hand, waited till I turned around, like shoved it in his mouth. I'm like, oh geez.
Isn't that fascinating that even at his young age that they know to do that?
Yes.
Right?
But like there's a million puffs sitting out, and he's not touching those. He just wanted the dog food.
There is something about dog and cat food that kids, the taste of it. I mean, Wyatt wants to eat dog bones, and I'm like, really?
Good. I'm glad ours isn't the only one.
No. And Wyatt has 2 older siblings, and so they constantly want for him to redo things that are funny. And take video, and it's usually bad stuff that they're trying to get him to redo.
Always.
Then it becomes a habit, and then we have this bad stuff going on. So, discipline is it's a hard one.
Yeah, that'll be Kyle's area. I'll put it on Instagram. He'll yell at him after.
I had this time period. I'm like, I would tell OW, he's just 1. It's okay. Oh, he's just 2. He's not there yet. And now he's 4. And I'm like, he should know this. And Eldo's like, well, it's your fault that.
Oh, I baby him completely. Yeah, Kyle's a tough one.
So on that note, this is another, concern is dressing a boy. And how do you make them look cute? What can you put them in? Do y'all struggle over that? Or because he wears some rocking clothes.
No,
so.
he's a pretty cool dude. Kyle dresses him in Adam Sandler tracksuits every chance he gets. It's terrible. Every time he comes out, how Adam Sandler wears like the Puma and like they always match and they're those horrible colors. That's what he puts him in.
He almost dresses like Dale Jr., matching tennis shoes and t-shirt, right?
That's what he's always said. No, dressing a boy is way easier than I thought. I do like a lot of Etsy mom shops. They have the funny stuff. Like when Kyle won the Brickyard, he had like a Sup Lady shirt on, and it made Sports Center, which I was so excited Kyle won Brickyard, but I was calling everybody like, Brexton's on Sports Center. And they're like, yeah, because Kyle won. I'm like, yeah, but Brexton's on Sports Center.
Yeah, it was because of his shirt.
I know, but between Target and Zara and all that, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, I get picked on if I want to dress him up kind of cutesy or anything or sayings and stuff, and he wants him to be the country boy, farm boy. So that's the boy thing, because I had 2 girls, so I like the prissy.
I can't wait to have a girl one day. It's gonna look like glitter and leopard threw up.
So everywhere. That's on the list. More kids, right?
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. Just probably one more. Kyle and I feel like we don't want to be outnumbered. Yeah. So we think 2's good.
It's a good strategy. Yeah. Between kids and dogs and your lifestyle, that'll be enough to take on.
That'll be plenty. Yeah, plenty.
Too funny. So with mommyhood, is there anything that that's been different than maybe you had an expectation for going into being a mom?
Yeah, I think going in, I was, really well prepared. And I said I had like a birth plan and all this stuff. And it just all goes out the window. I told him Braxton's only going to eat organic and he's going to be healthy and this and that. And literally the other day, I couldn't get him to eat. He ate mac and cheese and cookies. Like, great. That's really healthy for a 9-month-old. But it was all he would eat. He was
not
sick.
Alone.
Like, I give up, And so I think that was the biggest thing I learned. Like, I had all his stuff laid out and everything, organized, like totally OCD. And then he got here and I'm like, great, there's poop on me. He's been in the same clothes for 2 days. I quit. Like, I don't know what else to do.
Plans go out the window, right?
Especially when they're sick. Then it's just, because when they're sick, then you always get it. Like, they're like little petri dishes.
Yep.
You're always sick when they get it.
Yep.
But he's awesome. It's just so cool to... now he kind of knows, like when Kyle's on TV, he'll turn and stare. And
hears his voice.
Yeah, and he likes seeing the car. And he's just always he's a very happy baby. So it's really awesome. We're definitely blessed.
He looks happy all the time with those cheeks, right?
I know.
He's not going to be able to even have a frown.
I know.
So cute.
He is. And he does so well with people. I have to brag on him. We were walking to intros and Kyle was already up on the stage. And so we were walking through all the fans and he learned to wave this week. So he's walking through the fans like waving like as if he's like somebody big. It was hilarious.
That's awesome.
He's super cute.
Does he obviously when I look at him, obviously he looks like Kyle, but looking at baby pictures, what's the mix? He looks like you.
I birthed him and
he looks like you.
He looks like Kyle. I did all the hard work and he has this one teeny tiny curl at the back of his head and like that's the only thing that looks like me. It's like one little curl.
Maybe the girl. Maybe you'll get more dynamic with the girl.
I know. That's what I'm hoping for.
Dominant there. New tips for moms. Throw the plans out. That's one. Yeah.
Throw the plans out for sure. And just enjoy it. I was so stressed all the time that I wasn't doing something right until one of my friends was like, you'll never get these hours back. So you could either spend them being stressed or upset that they're not sleeping or just enjoy it because they're really not going to be this small forever. And it's true, he's trying to take his first steps and he's already becoming so much more independent. So I think that's my biggest advice is don't worry about it. They'll eat, they'll sleep, but just try to enjoy it the best you can, even during the harder parts.
Yeah. And who knows what is even right?
Exactly.
Whatever works for you, right?
Yeah, and you just have to laugh about it,
Yeah.
Like every time when he was little, we would get him all dressed and in the car seat, in the car, and he'd poop like clockwork. And Kyle and I would be so frustrated. And then by like the 8th time, we're like, well, it's actually kind of funny when you think about it. And, so just living and taking it all in.
Yeah, I had that happen once with my oldest, Carson. I was sitting in Victoria's Secret in a chair, and the next I got up, and I mean, all up my shirt.
Yeah.
It was awful in the mall. It was awful.
Yeah, poop ends up everywhere. I'm telling you.
I'm excited for you guys. Superhero. Did you have a specific character for the birthday coming up, or just superheroes in general?
Kyle loves Batman, but for all the kids, we're just going to do a whole, all the superheroes, and we're going to ask the little kids to come all dressed up.
Oh, too cute.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to be seeing that on Instagram.
Oh, of course.
All right, let's move on to some other topics here. Huge blogger.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed to your blog. I love it.
Thank you.
And I have some questions for myself that I'm sure some other people want to know too. So this is kind of coming from my angle. I saw recently you had a lot of fan feedback and you did the blog with your mom and the outfits. I thought that was really cool because I was kind of in the same boat. I'm like, I'm a 43-year-old mom of 3 and all your things look amazing and just beautiful but how can you change it up, right? For different ages, different looks.
Yeah. That's the greatest thing about NASCAR is our fan base is so broad range in age. And so a lot of women were like, hey, I'm a grandma, like I don't want to wear something short or like little leather pants. And so I asked my mom, I'm like, can I style you? Would you come on my blog? And it actually ended up being such a fun day for us. I did her hair and makeup and we went shopping. We got all this cute stuff and she loved the look and the fans really liked it. So I thought it was a great way to kind of hit like all age ranges and to kind of spend time with my mom.
Yeah, I'm really surprised you haven't styled mom before.
I usually do style her. And she at first was like, I don't know if I want to be on your blog. And then, she's like, my friend texted me that she saw me on your blog. So Now she's like, I'll do it anytime.
Just wait till she gets on Sports Center.
I know, right?
Awesome. And so do you have a system at home how you pull outfits together? That's really difficult for me.
No, it's just what I like.
Yeah.
No, my closet usually looks like a tornado went
So
through
you just
it.
have the eye, and I mean, I think it's hard to really remember what you have, especially shoes for me. You know, I always tend to go to the same shoes, and because I have them all in these little case things and in my shelving. I need pictures on them or something, you know.
No, I have to have mine all out. Actually, that was
I don't have a closet big enough for that.
We took a wall. It was like actually going into our room. It was really weird. One Christmas, Kyle was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I was like, "Shelves." I would like shelves. And so we took this wall and just put shelves all over it. And that's where all my shoes are. Yeah. No, I've just always.
Are you a shoe in the house person?
No.
Yeah. So you take your shoes off.
Yes, you have to put slippers on.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Slippers.
But you keep all your shoes in your closet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just carry them down with you.
Yeah. No, I'm like weird about shoes in the house.
Germs.
Yes. Because I'm like, he crawls on the floor. But no, I just, I've always really liked fashion. I've always liked putting stuff together for myself, for other people, all my life.
Yeah.
And so it's just something that kind of comes natural and just kind of shape it based on my mood. You know, people are like, what's your look? I'm like, I don't have one. It's just kind of whatever I'm feeling that day.
Well, I mean, the blog's very inspiring in that way because to add a pop of color or think about mixing something that, you know, I'm very traditional and everything's got to match and be symmetrical and all that good stuff. So it helps me.
Oh, thanks. I think the coolest thing are when people tag me in Instagram posts like, hey, I got this off your blog. Like, look at it. And then they put it together and add their own little twist. It's pretty cool.
Do you have time to answer people back when they're asking? Because I noticed they ask you questions, you know, they want to know more.
Yeah, I try to. I actually have to get better about answering on my blog because I'm really good about answering on Twitter and Instagram. But that's one thing. I was meeting with a lady and she's like, you got to get better about answering on there too. But I always kind of forget once I post it.
Well, because you post it out other places, so you think, that's the broad range of who's getting it. But mine comes in my email box first. So, but now you're teasing. You know, it seems like that's coming beyond the Twitter, and I'll say, oh, Samantha's got a new blog. That's not in my inbox yet.
Yeah, it's actually grown really well. I'm really excited. We're working with like a lot of great brands recently, and doing a lot of the mommy stuff too, and the fitness. I actually, after having Brexton when he was 10, 11 weeks, I blew out my back with him. I blew out a disc and I had surgery in October, so I wasn't really allowed to work out or do anything until the off season. So it was great now to get back into that and have free reign to jump and use weights again and do all that. So now I'm getting back into kind of that fitness side again.
Yeah, you had a lot of modified stuff going on. You modified your workout during that time too.
There was a number of weeks that I couldn't. The worst part of surgery was I couldn't even hold the baby for 6 weeks. So that was rough because when he's crying, mommy instinct pick him up, and I'd have to stand by his crib and kind of pet his back until Kyle or my mom or somebody could come actually get him. So it was a hard time, but
nothing as significant as your back, but I broke my right wrist when one of mine was
that's hard too.
A newbie, so just a newborn, and that was hard.
It was
doing everything with the hand that you're not used to doing.
Right. No, it's terrible, but the doctors were great, and it was funny. Kyle and I just all year, it was like he was hurt and the baby was there, and then I hurt my back, and then I recovered from that. He had surgery again. It was like one of us was always down and recovering.
So 2016, what are you most looking forward to with all that behind you?
Well, it's exciting just to race all the races. Like, we're actually kind of pumped to go to the West Coast because, we missed it.
You missed out last year.
Yeah.
There's fun stuff to do out there, right?
Yeah, so we're excited about that. I think that Kyle's really confident this year again. Him and Adam and the team, they kind of have that year that they thought they were going to have to grow and gel, and they have that behind them, and they're excited. I'm excited that Brexton's kind of old enough now that when we do go to different places, I can take him out and go do stuff. In Daytona, we went to like a petting zoo down in Kissimmee and stuff with him, and we're going to take him to the FLM factory in Vegas where they make chocolate and everything. It's a part of the Mars plant, so they got us a cool tour. So it's nice that he's older to be able to...
Watch out for it. He's going to pocket them.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will.
Be in the corner.
If they have a dog food flavored one, he'll definitely eat it.
That's an idea. Have you saw the Bean Doozled game where you get the yucky colored jelly beans?
Yes, the black pepper and the snot one.
They could do that with M&Ms. They could come up with a game like that. Yucky M&Ms versus good flavors.
If they do that, we'll give you credit.
You can take that one up the ladder for me. Yeah. All right. Well, let's spend a few minutes on the foundation. I know you've got an event coming up, and we'll talk about that. And but first, just talk about your causes and focuses within the Kyle Busch Foundation.
We have a number of causes. Around Christmas, we like to help children's homes around here. We get individual Christmas lists from all of them so that they really feel special at Christmas time. They get what they want. We go out and personally shop for them, write their names on it, wrap it up all nice, just, so they feel really special. So that's one big thing. A thing that we're doing right now is we collect prom dresses. We collect gently used prom dresses, and then we go out and buy new ones, and we give them to a number of organizations out here. We have the Joyful Heart Prom, which is a special needs prom, and it was amazing. I got to go last year because we were home because of Kyle's accident, and they let me help them pick out dresses, and just to see their faces and their mother's faces, it was so much fun. And then we help Girl Talk Charlotte. We provide dresses for them too, and it's a lot of down in Charlotte, we send them there, but then we also go to the Macy's at Exit 18, and we took their girls. The Girl Talk chooses a number of girls that do really well in their community with volunteering and whatnot, and we actually styled them. They gave them, Clinique did makeup for them. I helped them pick out their perfect prom dresses. We showed them different hairdos they could do, so that was a really big night for us.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. So as horrible as Kyle's accident was, it was
some blessings.
There was blessings to be able to go to all those things.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. And then our biggest one, and what our entire year is focusing on, is our Bundle of Joy Fund. It helps couples at the Reach Clinic in Charlotte pay for IVF. A lot of people don't know insurance barely covers anything, and the procedure is close to $20,000. So to date, we've helped 10 families pay in order to have their miracle babies, and currently 5 are pregnant.
Wow,
yeah.
Awesome.
And one couple
That's
of twins.
Cool. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's
how exciting.
That's what we're really focusing all of our fundraising events on this year, because we know what it's like to wake up every morning to Brexton and get to see his smile and how great it is and how badly we wanted that for so long. And so we're doing everything that we can this year to raise the money in order to help these couples, because the first round we only had about 4 or 5 applications, but then when the news got out of what we were doing, we have over 50 applications.
Wow.
And
you want to help them all.
We would love.
You don't want to have to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
it's so hard. So we're really concentrating this year on really all of our fundraising efforts going to that, because they're right here in our community, and it's hard not to be able to have a baby on your own, and we know that firsthand. So we want them to be able to experience the miracle of one.
Is there something specific as you were going through your IVF journey that brought your attention to the fact that the folks that are out there that can't afford to do it or want to do it? Is there something, a specific story or anything that you guys came across?
Truthfully, we prayed about it. We prayed really hard, and when we were pregnant, we're like, why are we going through this? And we just kept getting this, it's for somebody else. You guys went through this for a greater purpose. And so we started looking into it and looking if there was funds, and there weren't. Some companies, I believe for teachers, it's called like an Attain program, where they max out at 20, because it can go over 20 grand, but still 20 grand is 20 grand. That's a lot of money. And so the more Kyle and I prayed about it and talked about it, we're like, we went through this not for us, but to know what it's like to help other people. Like, we're in this very blessed position, and we need to take this and do something with it. And so we've been real big advocates of telling the story, letting women know there's nothing wrong with you. You shouldn't be embarrassed. You shouldn't be ashamed, because I was. And so, and Kyle was too. Everybody asked him, how come you don't have kids yet? And he was hurting just as much as I was. So getting that story out there, and then taking it that step further and helping people, accomplish their dreams too.
Yeah. Those stories are on your blog, so if people want to check that out and learn more, you wrote 4 or 5 different entries.
Yep, I kind of documented.
Very detailed, yeah.
Very detailed.
Yes.
If you're not comfortable with details, don't read it. But it's, I've gotten hundreds, probably more than hundreds, almost thousands of emails from women all across the country going through it, and just saying how it was nice to have somebody in their corner. And then when they were about getting ready to do it, it just kind of alleviated their fears, because there was so much detail in there. They were like, I wasn't surprised because you told us what was going to happen. So I was happy to help with their anxiety.
That's awesome. I know when I Google about anything health related, all the medical stuff comes up, which is great, but you want to find a story of someone actually going through something, and so that's great that that's out there, and that you were so brave and courageous to put that out there and put it out in such fine detail that it can help people.
Probably too much detail for some people.
I mean, that is extremely brave to do that. So
well, thank you.
That's great. So you have an event coming up at the end of March. You want to talk about that? Is that a sold out event or your fashion show? Yeah, March 25th and 6th.
So Fashion Deluxe, every year they have a fashion show. It's actually going to be at the NASCAR Hall of Fame, which is so cool. And they contacted us just saying that they knew what our foundation supported and that they really felt inspired by our story, and they wanted our foundation to be the beneficiary of the silent auction. So we're a big part of that. So actually,
will you get the chance to model? Is that a race weekend? Or?
Yeah, actually, it's right before Easter. They asked me to do their runway. I'm about 6 inches too short and have never walked that far. But Kyle's like, just pretend it's pit road. If you can walk in heels and a baby, you've got this.
You've got this.
So yeah,
I'm pretty confident.
I'm hoping I'm not sitting here like, yeah, I fell. I was that girl. But so we're really honored that they chose our foundation out of all the great foundations around here. So it'll be fun. We've never been a part of it yet, but they've been awesome to work with. And I think it's going to be really cool for people to see the Hall of Fame, not just in a NASCAR light, but NASCAR and fashion and everything all in one venue. It's going to be really neat.
Super cool. Where can people find out more about that and your foundation?
You could go to KyleBuschFoundation.org.
Nice. Awesome. Super. Well, this has been awesome. Just catching up since last spring, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot going on. Let's hope not quite as crazy.
Yeah.
As 215.
Let's hope for the good stuff, but not the other stuff.
That we can talk about again sometime.
Hair 911, what's your emergency?
We're moving on to our Hair 911 presented by TG. So we tweeted out asking our listeners or our Twitter followers, is your hair dull and lacking shine? And we got some great responses back. And anytime that you have a Hair 911, you have Hair 911s?
I do.
Let our experts at TG Creatives help you and come to the rescue. So you can hashtag TG Hair 911 and just send in that information. And this week, Katie Stitzman asked us, she said she would love to add some more shine to her dark hair. So please help. Your hair's a little lighter right now.
Yeah, it keeps going lighter.
I was going to say, you normally have dark hair. So TG has a perfect product for you, Katie. And that recommendation is the Bed Head product called Head Rush Shine Spray. You ever use this?
I have. Yeah. I love a good shine spray.
So it's lightweight. Polymers are perfect for adding depth and shine to any color, length, and texture of hair. It's got a super fine mist so that you can enjoy a silky smooth look without the heavyweight feel. That's important for me because I have very fine hair. And then the dark hair actually tends to reflect more light than the lighter shades, so you'll be pleasantly surprised at the amount of shine that this product is going to provide you. Of course, with every hair product, there's do's and don'ts, right?
Yes.
So we don't want to use too much of this.
Does it weigh your hair down?
Yep, super fine mist goes a long way. So just don't use too much, and don't spray too close to the scalp. I have this problem when I'm using hair products. You want to keep it out on the ends, so that you don't. If your hair's close to the scalp, you're actually losing the volume. Your hair's
that's a good point.
Can't stand up on its roots. So don't hold the can too close to the hair. Make sure it's at least 12 inches away. And when I read that on the bottle, I'm like, 12 inches, it's going to work way out here? Yeah. All right. So, these are the things that you want to do. If you have finer hair, you want to spray the head rush onto your brush. That would be me. And then brush the mid-length to the ends.
That's a great tip.
That is a great tip. Normal to coarse hair, spray all over. And then you can blast the hair with cool air to create texture and shine after you use the product. So
that's great. I never thought about spraying it on a brush beforehand.
And using it.
Because I have really fine hair.
All that hair in your hair is fine?
No, it's really fine. That's why I was super excited.
Your diameter of your hair. That's what they say. So your diameter is very fine. You've got lots of hair.
And I used this Small Talk already. And when she was giving me samples, I was like, yes, please. Because it does give you a lot of good volume.
Awesome. So let TG help you with your Hair 911s. Don't forget you can tweet us. And we do that weekly with a different product and come to your rescue.
How fun. I could have used that in Homestead. I needed an anti-humidity.
All right. We're going to move on to rapid fire now.
Okay.
Just a couple questions. We're going to answer these quickly. Call it a day. So if you could only have one thing in your makeup bag, what would it be? This is going to be hard.
Really? Just one? I can't have like 5?
We're not going on an island where you can have 3 things. We're just
Darn it. Probably mascara.
mascara. Go-to hairstyle.
Top knot.
Superstitions when it comes to racing?
It's not really a superstition. We have to pray before he gets in the car. And when we don't, like if, he was in the bathrooms, I get like really
So it's a
anxious.
ritual, a routine or a ritual.
Yeah.
One piece of jewelry you can't go without besides your wedding ring.
Oh, I was going to say my wedding ring.
I'm thinking that. Like, she's not going to go without a wedding ring.
Honestly, it is. I don't wear a ton of jewelry right now because Brexton pulls it. So it's really my ring.
Yep. Awesome. If you worked at Disney, what princess would you want to be?
Belle.
Of course, Belle.
Of course.
You can pull that off very easy.
I know.
Beautiful
She was
hair.
my favorite.
All right, Samantha. Well, this has been totally fun. I appreciate you giving us the time
Well,
for
thank
Fastline
you.
Family. I hope you've enjoyed it too.
Of course.
And don't forget to check out our blog and all the fun things. I'm sure you can get inspired and learn more about Samantha, Kyle, and Brexton.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
All
it.
right, thank you.
Thanks for listening to Dirty Mo Radio.